What's shaking, gang? My name's Brittney Ventura, and I'm a personal stylist. Today, we are going to be talking fall outfits, and I've got 3 bangers. Yes, some of them are trends, but it's just stuff I've got. They're just different ways of thinking about things that are already in your closet. So, if you're a woman of a certain age and you'd like to know what the girls are wearing, here we go. So the first look is incorporating a fall pattern print plaid. Plaid, tweed, and the like. Very fall, very of the moment, and a vest is just killing it. Vests are still killing it. So I'm wearing mine as a top today because we are in that position of the seasons where fall hasn't yet decided if she is coming or going. She is still on the pot. She has not got off the pot. Yes? So this works for me today. Now, do I need to or could I layer over top of this? Absolutely. So think about a blazer. Like I've got one laying right here that is in the brownie, beigey, light tan kind of family. So I would pop that on. You can drape it, you can fully commit, but that would be another way to incorporate not only the, vest and the plaid, but also this layering bit. This, if you watched my last week's video about fall trends, chaotic layering, excessive, eccentric layering, that's very on. Now, is a vest, overcoat, if you will, and a blazer groundbreaking? No. Nope. Is it following the trend? Yes. So there you go. Now I've got this with like a cute belt, some flares, and I wear a pair of pumps today. Like all the jewelry, all the things, but know that that third piece can be incorporated if and when you need it and depending on the climate where you live. So this is look number 1 for fall. Second fall outfit is taking another trend that's very fall-ish, and it's just thinking about your fall colors, your traditional fall colors. This is using an ox blood, so that like burgundy Merlot kind of color, that deep red, that color, very now, has been for quite some time. So I went ahead and leaned in because it's in my color palette. And if you are not sure what your colors even are, you got to go down a rabbit hole with it. It's just fascinating information. I do color analysis for all my clients because I think knowing is half the battle. Roadblock? What was that? G.I. Joe. If you are 80s children, I know you know. So this bodysuit, love it, by Good American. Y'all know I'm linking things, but it's in that color palette, and I love monochromatic things. So when I saw Good American also did it in leather pants, I was like, yes and yes. Now, what if you're not feeling mono? Or what if you don't have quite all of these things? Here's another way to do leather. So take your leather pants and pair them with another material. So think another texture, something that is quite opposite. So this is slick and shiny and leathery. What if, please hold, what if you added some texture with this fuzzy sweater? Now, yes, it's short sleeve. Depending on where you are, that might be enough. What if you want to add on? What if you want to go down a rabbit hole with these layers? Well, honey, do it. Like this. This bomber jacket, fantastic. I have gotten my money's worth out of this thing. It's just the right tool for the job. It's elevated and casual all in the same tick. I'm here for it. So I would do that. I would do that in those leather pants. You got to look. And remember, your footwear can dictate just how casual, just how elevated the look is. So dealer's choice. I have worn those suede, or I'm looking at the pant or at the shoes. I have worn those leather pants with suede, no book. I'm looking at these boots right now, and they are neither of the things, but they're ribbed. They're kind of like a sock booty, right? So that kind of footwear, more elevated, but you could also wear it with sneakers, like this. So you could go this direction. And you see what I mean with these colors, how they're in harmony. Once you know your own colors, it makes shopping so much like more purpose and like thought behind it and cohesion. Like, okay, for example, you're a warm undertoned person. Just shopping for general things, you're going to be shopping for warm things versus cool things. So then all of the things you have can be married together. Yeah. So these are like a beigey with a cute little baby lavender, right? Cream with that beautiful mocha espresso chocolate kind of vibe. These things go with other things in my closet because they all share that same basic common thread of being in a warm family. Yeah? All right, so that's another very autumnal look for fall. Look number 3. So the third look is incorporating yet another autumn, fall kind of texture material in corduroy. So I have a pair of corduroy wide leg pants, and I love them. Again, they're in my color story, so they do have many friends here, the browns and the creams and the other earthy greens. I got things like that. These play with other things in my closet. So you can go all kinds of different directions with what tops and like things you're going to pair or layer it with. This top, I have gotten my freaking money's worth out of it. It's sleeveless. So think Dickie. It's got a hood. It's cream. I have worn this under all of my jackets, all of my trench coats, because it doesn't create bulk, right? Like, I don't know about y'all, but I don't need anything adding to the girth and volume of my shoulder girdle. That is a texture that I can't. It's, So anytime I'm in a jacket that I am honestly going to be using as the look, like the third piece is technically the outfit, I think real smart about that base layer. So something that is sleeveless, something that like that has a like hood with it that gives the outfit a little bit more interest. And you would think, oh, well, she has to be that has to be a long sleeve under there. She's layered so smart for the event, for the weather. No, I just know myself. I know that I'm hot like fire. I'm a perimenopausal kind of woman, and a hot flash can strike ever when. They need no invitation. Yes or yes. So yes, I would pair that top with things like this leather jacket. Love this leather jacket. Now, I'm pretty sure it's sold out. This is eons old, but I'll link similar ones. Or if you don't want to go that like elevated or dressed up, then you could go, again, a bomber jacket. Now this bomber, I think it's sold out too. But it's this year. It's current-ish. And what I like about this is that it's a lot less hot than my other bomber jacket. So when I know it's going to be like windy, chilly, all the things, I think about those materials, right? And this jacket is quite casual, lightweight, and I know I'm not going to sweat to death, but you got to know that about you. So having simple things like this, but in different weights, in different materials and textures, gives your outfits life. And like, for me, living in Pittsburgh, I know that my third piece, that my jackets, that my toppers, they need to be kind of spectacular because oftentimes you're not taking them off, and depending on where you live, you're probably finding the same thing. You're like, oh my God, my outfit was my coat again. And if you don't love your coat, then you probably feel a little sad about your outfit. And maybe you had a banger on underneath that outer piece and you didn't get to like express it. So think about your layers in like an onion, the peels and the layers. If you can see the each one and each one gets its like peekaboo moment, that's fantastic, right? So do it. Try to do it. If you need help doing it, y'all know who to call. But all the things I talk about will be linked below. And if I don't have the exact link, alternates, dupes, whatever and the like. So thank you so much for tuning in. Again, fall pieces, women over 40. If y'all like the channel, please subscribe, share me with a friend, and until the next time.